So on my quest to review every pair of Wayfarer style all over people's sunglasses, we now have the Strathmore to review in today's video. But first off, thank today's video sponsor, our own website, shadereviewstore.com, the absolute best place to buy designer sunglasses, up to 80% off the original MSRP. Again, the website there is shadereviewstore.com. Check it out. So let's go ahead and pop these sunglasses on face and talk about the dimensions. These have 54mm lenses and a 20mm bridge, and this is the standard and only lens size that these frames are produced in, so there's not a larger or a smaller size of these frames. You're going to be stuck here with the 54mm lens size. Now, these frames came out in 2016 and they were discontinued shortly thereafter, maybe a year or two, so they've definitely been discontinued for quite a while. And this particular colorway was launched as a part of Oliver People's new matte black collection. So of course the frames here are a matte black frame finish, and they are made out of an acetate material, and they have an all glass polarized VFX lens, and the optical clarity of these is really good, and the scratch resistance here is also really good as well. Now these frames feel really good on face right out of the box. They do have a really good looking Wayfarer style to them. These frames kind of remind me of a more thicker and bolder version of the Oliver People's Bernardo that I reviewed in a previous video. We can see everything about them is just a little bit more thicker than those frames, and they definitely do offer a really good, very simple Wayfarer styling to them. Definitely nothing too crazy, nothing too bold, not over styled, but they still do look really good in my opinion. I obviously always love a good Wayfarer style pair of frames, and these definitely don't disappoint. These do have the iconic kind of keyhole style bridge here, which does tie in with the metal accents here in the top left corner and top right corner of the frame. Now moving down to the outside temples, we can see there is not any metal accents, so it's super smooth all the way down to the outside left ear rest. We can see the embedded Oliver People's logo that's there for authentication purposes, and we can definitely see kind of the matte finish they put on the entire frame here with the logo. It's going to look a little bit cloudy, but that's the way it's supposed to look with the matte finish on the frames. Now, as far as build quality goes, these frames are built really nicely. They are made out of an acetate material, and they do have a metal stem that runs down through the temples for added adjustability and also extra rigidity and longevity of the frames as well. They also do have an all-metal 5-barrel all-metal hinge, which feels really nice when opening them up and when closing them. Just feels very substantial and nice. Even though this pair of frames is 8 years old, they still feel really great. Taking a look at the inner right temple of the frames, we can see they say Oliver People's VFX polarized and then handcrafted in Italy. And then here in the inner left temple of the frames, you can see the exact color code and model information. Now, as far as lenses go, these do have Oliver People's VFX Plus polarized technology. Oliver People's really isn't doing anything with their VFX line anymore. So unfortunately, these lenses are not available in any new pair of frames as far as I can tell. And they do have a breed logo on the lens. So if we breathe on the lens, we can see the logo, and then it does say polarized. It does not say VFX polarized on the breathe logo. The clarity of these lenses is really good. The polarization is going to block 99.9% of glare, and it's going to be really good to reduce eye strain in very bright and harsh sunlight environments with their category 3, again, polarized lenses. Now, these frames were definitely not produced for a long time, so they are a little bit hard to get your hands on, but if you search around, you definitely still can find some in some other different colorways. I haven't found another matte black version available online, but we do have this exact pair of sunglasses available on our website for a substantial discount off the original MSRP. But keep in mind, this actually was a display pair, so it's not perfect. It's very close to perfect, but there definitely is a couple small scratches here. But the lenses are perfectly clear. And then here on the VFX logo, we can see the little red paint is just coming off just a little bit. But other than that, they are really good condition. We do have these available on our website, again, for a substantial discount off the original MSRP. Now, as far as weight goes, these frames are relatively heavy, coming in at 44 grams. Now, for example, an original pair of Ray-Ban Wayfarers in the 50mm lens size, I believe comes in at around 47 grams. So they are lighter than that pair, and they do have larger 54mm lens size, so they are on the lighter side of an acetate pair of Wayfarer frames with all glass lenses, but they still are definitely very heavy. And again, the balance here is actually pretty decent, considering the fact that they do have those all glass lenses, because the temples are relatively thick and heavy as well. So here we can see, again, pretty well balanced. And because of that, you can wear these frames for a decent amount of time without any discomfort. But if you wear these frames for, hours and hours at a time, you definitely will feel a little bit discomfort here on the nose. But they do have these nice smooth nose rests, which personally I do like these better than adjustable ones. For whatever reason, they just feel better on the nose when wearing them for a really long time. Even though if a fully adjustable nose rest, you can bend that and give it a custom fit to the face, and that also allows you to wear the frames higher or lower on the face as well. I personally like a acetate nose rest because it just fits my face really good, and I think it's a little bit wider as well, so it's going to kind of distribute the weight a little bit better than an adjustable nose rest would be. But overall, just a really good looking pair of frames, and I really do like these. As far as the coverage from the sun goes, these frames have a pretty big gap to let sunlight in unprotected up top, and then here on the side, again, there's a massive gap that does let sunlight in unprotected, but they do have a very nice anti-reflective material here on the back side of the lens, which is going to help reduce sunlight coming in, bouncing off the lens, causing eye discomfort. But yeah, overall, a really good pair of frames. I definitely do like these. They're not anything too crazy, they're just very subtle and nice, and just another good offering from Oliver Peoples. But again, these are discontinued, but I figured I'd review these because they are available on our website. And again, I'm trying to review basically every pair of Oliver Peoples frames throughout the entire, 30, I think 5+ year history. But thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give me a big thumbs up down below. And of course, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and then you'll be notified every single time I upload a brand new video, just like this one, to our YouTube channel. Again, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll catch you all in the next one.